Hi everyone, Sri Vignesh here. So this is day 27 of me sharing my learnings and explaining things in English. So as I'm preparing for PL3 net exam, the topic for today, the chapter is model data with Power BI, and we are currently in the add measures to Power BI models. And for this video, we are skipping the introduction. And if you want to read the introduction, feel free to read the introduction. Go to Microsoft website and you can read the introduction and create simple measures. So this is our topic for today. And let's go to the Notion. Create simple measures. So we have discussed before measures, calculated columns, calculated tables are created by DAX formulas. So let's see even more deeper into measures. So measures don't store in their values in the table. Instead, they will use the query time to run and summarize based on the query time. So it uses query time to summarize the data. Actually, it don't store the data in the model. So this is simple understanding about measures. And additionally, they measures can't reference the table or column directly. They must pass the table or column into a function to produce summarization. So if you want to result by table or column, it will not store the values in the model. Instead, it will turn the measures into a function, and then it will summarize based on the DAX you written. And let's see, these are the simple measures, and let's go to Power BI and create some simple measures. So before creating a measures for any report, there is a best practice that you can enter the data like this. Basically, you can create a separate table for storing all those measures. So you can say sample, and you can say the table name here. You can say measures. And you clicked and saved like this. After you're saving the measures, after you load the table, it will be like measures in the right hand side of the table, and you can click that and select say new measures. So if you do like this, every measure you create will be added to the new table, and it will be easy to organize your measures. And let's copy and paste the measures I have already written here. You can say copy, and I can paste here, and I'm zooming for better clarity, visibility. So now I'm doing the sum of sales, that is a revenue. So what I'm doing here is I am summing up the sales amount. So let me show an example by by showing the visuals. So you can say table visual, and you can add the year. So I have the date. By the way, you can get this data set in official Microsoft website. You can go to the model data with Power BI, and you can go inside the introduction. You can download the raw data set from here. All right. Now we have the fiscal year. So I want the fiscal year to be my column. So now these are the fiscal years, and I want the sales for these fiscal years. So where do I get the total revenue? I can go to the measures and I drag on top the measure here. So now you can see there is the amount that is summarized by the year, because of we have write a measure called revenue. So this is how we can basically split the year, and we can see the revenue based on that year. And whatever measures you are creating after this, you can right click the measures and you can create from there. So right click again and create a new measure. So it is taking some time, and you can copy and paste the DAX measures. So now we are getting the minimum price. So minimum price, that is minimum unit price for this year's, and you can say okay. So if you click enter, the measure will be derived. Yes, the measure has been created, and now we go to the minimum price and drag and drop to the table view. And now you can see the minimum price for fiscal year 2020-18 is 4 rupees and followed by 2.29 and 1.32. Like how like this you can do summarization and see the difference and see the and do your analysis based on this. These are all the simple measures, and you can say like also maximum is there. So in minimum, how we saw the minimum price, likewise in maximum we can see the maximum price. So basically if you are used Excel or SQL, these functions should be very easy for you. Yeah, now we are going to paste the new measure. So the max sales unit, so previously in previous measure we have derived the minimum sales unit price. Now we are deriving the maximum sales unit price. So you can see here the minimum price is 4 rupees and the maximum is 3,578 for financial fiscal year 2018. Likewise, you can do your analysis. And also we have average price, and also average is same concept in Excel also. So like how you will be, so let me show an example. So can go to the measures and say new measures, and you say, so now so let's type it manually to better understanding. So what is average? So there is a function called average. You can, so after typing equal to, the formula will begin. I have explained in the previous video. So if you're not sure about how to write a DAX syntax, see my previous video, and say average is equal to the function you want. And now I want the column, right? So what is a column? I want unit price, average cost, and I say unit price. So if I click unit price, it will automatically fill the next letter. So it is called IntelliSense, and Power BI offers that IntelliSense. You can it will assist you while you writing a DAX, and you can say tab. So if you hit tab, it will directly come to your DAX function, and if you enter this, the formula will be over. And now we can go to the average price and put it in the table. So now you can see the average prices. So let's see with minimum and maximum. So the minimum unit price for the year is year 2018 is 4, and the average is 1,273, and the maximum is 3,578. So like this, you have to do your analysis and do your aggregations, and yeah. So let me show on some another examples. So what if you want to count the total number of rows in your table, or if you want to count the total number of total values in your column? So for that we have the count function. So let me delete this, and I can create the count function here. Say new measure and paste the formula. So we have count sales from the, this is table and this is the column name. So count the sales order line key. So this is the instruction we are giving to the Power BI. So let's see what count it gives. So it gives a chord visual, so you have to change it to the table to get more accuracy. So we have 1,21,253 customers. So this is the count of it, and order line key is basically used to count the number of customers. And in that, so if you use the function called distinct count, let me show an example. So create new measures. So let me paste the formula. So order count is equal to distinct count of, so let's change this to line key. So we have counting the distinct count of the sales order line key, and we have clicking enter here. Yes, now we see the difference between the count function and count distinct function. So there are every unique numbers in both thing, so it is showing the same value. So what is the difference between count and count distinct? If you see, so count gives the count of the values in the table, whether it is repeated or not, it will give the number and take the count and give the number. So what distinct count will do means it will take only the distinct value and give the count. So let me give an example. So where we have sales, so we have sales territory key, right? And here we go. So here we have sales territory key. So if I do count and distinct count for sales territory key, let's see what happens. We go to order, and we're clicking distinct count for sales territory key, and if you see here, there is count of only 10. So the unique items are the items which are not repeated are only 10. So it is not how the exactly how it is not repeated, it is the different values. So there are 10 different items in the column, so that is the meaning of distinct count. So let's see for count. So here we have sales order line key. So instead of this, we have to keep the territory key, and if I click OK, see there is no change in the table. So this is because of count function calculates all the values which are not in blank in a column and returns the value, and count will give only the count of different values in a row. So this is the difference between both. And there is another function called count rows, and here we have, so these count and count distinct count functions are column level functions, and now we are going to see the count rows function. It is a table level function. So what this count row will do now, it will calculate the every rows in the table and even it is blank or it is not blank, it will calculate and give the value, give the count of the rows. So whether it is blank or no blank, it will give the value. So there is, so if you have the name order line count is already used, so the name of the measures is already used, so we cannot use that. So we had one here and we click OK. So we have order line count 1. So this is count rows function. So the count rows function and count functions are giving the same values. That means the table has no blank values. So this is how you can also evaluate the table. And yeah, we have completed the simple DAX measures. Also, you can use this dataset to practice the simple DAX measures. There are many DAX functions you can practice as a beginner, and you can use ChatGPT for syntax, and for dataset also you can use ChatGPT. And yeah, that's it I had for this video. If you're an expert watching my video and find any mistakes or miscommunication, please let me know in the comment section. I'm open to learn from everyone. Thank you.